I attended Simon Zucchi's Strategy Implementation Live event over the last 3 days, 7th, 8th, 9th of March, and it was an awesome event. I was going to go in person, but I wasn't able to get there, so I attended online. And what this was all about was how to help you to find, fund and complete deals on the event. So there were lots of different motivational speakers who are part of the Simon Zucchi circuit, such as Dan Hill, Guillaume Black from Property Filter. There was a great motivational speaker called Billy Schwer, who's an ex-light heavyweight boxing champion of the world, and he gave a tremendous talk about motivation. He tried and failed to get the world championship 3 times, and on the 4th time he actually managed to achieve what he dreamed of. So can you imagine putting yourself through all that grueling training as a boxer? He confesses he doesn't like running, he doesn't like the gym, but he put himself through all that training commitment to achieve the pinnacle of his success, the world light heavyweight champion, after 4 attempts. That's really an immense achievement. And he gave really good motivational talks about leaving the past behind, focus only on your future self, how you want to perceive yourself in the future, achieving your big goals. So Simon Zucchi also talked about Dr. Benjamin Hardy and how 10x is easier than 2x. You focus on the tasks that are really essential to your business, and you really hone down on those, and you focus on achieving multiple levels of success for your business. So increasing revenue, increasing profitability. So Andy Haynes was there, Simon Zucchi's right-hand man, and the whole PIN team, and they did a lot of syncing in of technology to make it a very easy event for anyone who was either online or in person at the event. So it was great for networking as well, and I made some good contacts there of investors potentially for projects that we've got ongoing at the moment. So I wouldn't hesitate to recommend Simon Zucchi's Strategy Implementation Live, and also his other event, Property Magic Live, which happens in September. So 2 events a year, one in March, one in September. And Simon was his usual energetic self, and loves to teach people, loves to educate them, loves to coach them and encourage them to dream of their big goals and actually achieve their big goals. So there were lots of case studies there of people who had carried out sort of big deals or large numbers of deals, and achieved massive success in as little as 12 months, like £100,000 plus in 12 months. It's not unusual in Property Investors Network. There are 20 or so members of the 100k club, and some of these were there at the event. Dan Hill is one of them. Dan Hill came along to a Property Investors Network in Nottingham. He met an investor who was only there for the first time, and he never came back again, but he met Dan and gave him access to his investment funds, which meant that Dan was able to invest those funds and create himself a property portfolio of more than £20 million. So if you don't think magic can happen, you should try going to Property Investors Network meetings, and particularly Strategy Implementation Live or Property Magic Live, the 2 main events that happen in Birmingham. Millennium Point was this event, and I couldn't but recommend it highly to anyone who wants to get into property. Now is a great time to buy property. It's a buyer's market, and Simon and his team give you great access to top experts in their field, like Paul Collier, purchase lease options expert, who's done hundreds of deals, and there's nothing this guy doesn't know about purchase lease options. So I'm sure there are lots of people I've missed out, but I wouldn't hesitate to recommend Simon Zucchi's PIN organisation. If you want to go along to a PIN meeting, I jointly host the Portsmouth PIN with Rob Martineau, and you can get in there for free for your first event if you book on propertyinvestors.network.co.uk/meetings/Portsmouth and enter the code Alan06, that's capital ALAN 06, and you can get in for free. Otherwise, you can check out Property Investors Network all over the country. There's 50 meetings plus 2 in the Netherlands. So there's plenty of access to property investors and also other people associated with property, office services and so on at these meetings. So get along there, get to know who's there, and you can possibly accelerate your property journey as well. Cheers.